What if I move after filing for my immigration benefit? Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States, out of our offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. A lot of people get concerned and worried, and rightfully so, when they move while their immigration case is pending. The real problem with this is the fact that sometimes things don't get to the new address. And despite the fact that people do their very, very best to notify USCIS of the address change, you would be amazed at how often this becomes an issue. It becomes an issue for our clients. It becomes an issue for people that call into the Immigration Answers Show. This is a real problem. And of course, the main thing you have to do when you move is to file an AR-11. An AR-11 is the form that USCIS uses to notify them that either the petitioner or the beneficiary or both have moved, and you want to make sure that you complete an AR-11 whenever you have a pending case, or if you have a green card, you want to notify them of your address change up until the time that you become a U.S. citizen. Now, one great way to avoid problems is to look for a window in which you know you're not going to move. So if you know you're going to have a long stretch at a certain address, that's a good time to file. If you're about to file, but you're also about to move, I might encourage you to wait until after you move to file your application if you're not up against a deadline, or if that is something that is feasible. The best way to prevent problems with moving is to move before you file, because once you file, USCIS sort of locks in your address at that address. And we have seen time and time again where people don't receive their work card, they don't receive their green card, they don't receive a request for evidence, they don't receive a notice of intent to deny. And that's because USCIS sent it to the wrong address. Another way to avoid this problem is to have an attorney. If you hire an attorney, the attorney should mark the boxes on the G28, which is the form that's used to notify USCIS that the immigrant is represented by counsel. And as long as the lawyer's not moving anytime soon, having identity documents or requests for evidence sent to the attorney's office is another good tip. Now, when you file your AR-11, when you submit your new address information to USCIS, you have to keep track of how you did it, and you have to maintain proof that you did it. If something happens and you don't receive a request for evidence, you don't receive a notice of intent to deny, or you don't receive a green card, and you can't prove that you rightfully and correctly and early sent notice to USCIS through the AR-11 of your address change, then you might have to start over. This can have devastating consequences on your case. This could lead to you getting put into removal proceedings. This could lead to you having to file all over again, and most importantly, having to wait and pay those crazy USCIS filing fees all over again. So you really want to make sure that if you do move, that you notify USCIS. I think until you get some kind of confirmation that USCIS has received your AR-11, it's almost as if you haven't notified them. Also, you're going to want to notify USPS, the postal service, that you've moved, and you want to make sure that you do a mail forwarding so that anything important comes to you at your new address, because that's the whole thing. If you don't get your green card, it's almost as if you weren't approved for lawful permanent resident status. Of course, you don't lose your status because the post office sends the green card to the wrong place, but at the end of the day, you need that green card, and if you don't have it in hand, it's almost as if you never got it. So we've had clients have real headaches with this, real problems with this. We've worked with people to file for replacement green cards. It is not fun to wait 18 months and then have that green card or the work card go somewhere else. So it's your duty, it's your obligation, nobody else's. So make sure that you update your address whenever you move, and that you do that within 10 days of moving. Hope this makes sense. If you're looking for help with a lawyer to help you navigate the immigration process, we would love to work with you. Feel free to call us at 314-961-8200, or you can email us info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. If you're just looking for some free advice, we have lots of free resources for you, including our Immigrant Home Facebook group. You're free to join us there. There's thousands of immigrants in there trading information every day. You can find me on TikTok at Immigration Hacking. You can call into our live show. I do a live show on YouTube and on Facebook 3 or 4 times a week where I'm just answering immigration related questions for an hour. If you want to get on the texting list so that you find out when exactly I'm going live next and how you can get into the studio to ask me the question, you can text the word show to 314-470-3300. And finally, of course, we have our YouTube channel where I update new videos a few times a week and do the live show. You should subscribe to that YouTube channel and you'll get alerted whenever we go live. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.